Welcome to FitCon. Infamous.
That's an easy question?
Yeah, ballpark. Mic drop.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm Fletcher.
To our winner, Rene.
Okay guys, it is day 2 officially of FitCon. It's about 2 p.m. Zach and I are running our breakout room in about 2 hours. So we're just gonna go hang around, see what's up, maybe grab a coconut. And I'm thinking about doing kind of like a Q&A with some of the big fitness influencers here and just asking them some questions about them. And we're gonna get a little deep, we're gonna try. So let's go. Welcome to FitCon.
Where all your dreams come true.
Look guys. Fancy. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. Hi. We are getting ready to interview Kirsten and Brian Mark. They run a business together. We're gonna ask them some questions. Okay guys, so I'm here with Brian and Kirsten. Yes, Mark. They owe PT Domination, and I wanted to ask them, what kind of legacy do y'all want to leave?
Oh, that's a great question. I want to be remembered as the guy that inspired people to chase their dreams. My number one passion in life is helping people, impacting people, and it was that was when I was a fitness coach, and now as a business coach, I want to serve. I just want to help people. I want to help people do what they want to do with their life and inspire people to chase their dreams.
I love that so much.
I love that, babe.
Like that too.
Yeah, that, and I think for me, I'm very empowered to help females step into their power. Having my daughter at 16, I had a lot of doubt that I was going to be able to do anything, and even from my family, it was stay safe. Don't leave your 9 to 5.
Yes.
Managing Original Joe's is what's good for you. So for me, it's super important for me to find those moms and show them what they're capable of. So the legacy I would want to leave is hope for all females. If you put your mind to it, you absolutely fucking can.
I love that. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for all you do for the fitness industry, and we need more people like you in it, so thank you.
I appreciate
yes,
it.
I'm really happy to know you.
I'm really happy to know you.
Thank you. Okay guys, I have the one, the only, CT Fletcher, right here in my midst. So I wanted to ask you, what kind of obstacles are you facing daily, and how do you deal with them?
All right. Well, for you guys who don't know, I had a heart transplant in 2018, and people think that once you get the transplant, it's all over. But I tell you what, I'm taking 15 different medications every day just to stay alive and walk around and talk to cool people like this. And that's probably the biggest obstacle is the medications. But I tell you what, I'm still here. I'm still alive. Every day is a blessing, and it's still your motherfucking set.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Basically, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You can still keep going.
Does not matter. Not one bit.
Thank you so much. Thank you for what you do for everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we are here with Amber and Danny. I have a question to ask you guys. What is something that you're currently doing right now that you're still doing, but you know you need to leave behind?
That is a good question.
It is. It's
I think not focusing on trying to find ways to have more time, have more free time. Focusing a lot on businesses, but not venturing out and doing stuff, leveraging it out more. Just have time for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we help businesses grow their operations, and we do all their back end. So we tend to end up focusing a lot of our time on growing their businesses and leveraging their time instead of applying those principles to us and leveraging our own time. So I would say I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And just
you need to take time for yourself.
Exactly. Just taking that leap to really push other things that you know are more leveraged, but not holding back because of what you currently are doing. Is So, like, just not look at the financials and just like take the leap, I guess. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you guys so much for the answer. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Are you Jason?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Julia.
Hey.
Very nice to meet you. I'm a big
saw you
fan.
at the workout.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to see, I'm doing a little interview for YouTube. I wanted to see if I can ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay, guys, we have Men's Physique Pro. I'm assuming?
Yeah. I was a pro in like 2012, and then I stopped competing in 2017.
Okay. What I want to ask you, and I feel like a lot of people would want to know, what advice would you give to anybody that's wanting to start bodybuilding but scared to?
I mean, I'm kind of a really honest person. If you're scared, you probably shouldn't start because it's not. It's about beating fears. You know, it's about overcoming fears. So I think if you're scared of bodybuilding or working out, and everyone's a little bit scared of getting on stage, but you've got to once you overcome that fear, it'll probably help you with a lot of things in life, because there's a lot more things more scary than getting up on a stage, you know. And I know some people have these different fears, right? So but I'm only speaking from my perspective.
Yeah.
Is that the bodybuilding helped me with a lot of other fears in life.
That's exactly how I feel. I'm an IFBB Wellness Pro, and I always tell people, if you're not 100% committed to doing bodybuilding, don't do it, because of how much it's going to take out of you physically, mentally, spiritually. So thank you for telling people that.
Of course, man. Yeah, and congratulations with all your success.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I've admired you for such a long time.
No.
You're like, yeah.
Well, I guess
I just work out.
Yeah, well, we are old, so.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
39, yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be 40. I just keep saying I'm 40 already, so when I finally turn 40 in a couple months, it's not so bad. Because, you know, it's a scary number.
Well, you look incredible,
scary.
so I don't. Age doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
trying.
I was wondering, I'm doing a little YouTube video, and I'm kind of like interviewing some of the big influencers. I was wondering if I can ask you a question.
Yes, let's do
Okay.
it.
I have the infamous Dana Lynn Bailey right here. Infamous. And I'm gonna ask her a couple questions.
Oh,
So
man, they better be easy.
I know, like, what's your favorite color?
Black.
Black. Really?
Yes.
Black?
Black.
I love that.
Black.
A little bit more deep, maybe just a little bit more deep. So there's a lot of women in this industry that are scared to put on muscle because they're afraid of looking masculine and this and that. What do you have to say to those women that are fearful of what other people are going to think?
That's the problem. I mean, I spent many years, like, I've been in this sport for a very long time, as you know. And I remember when I first got into it, people did not like the way I looked. I used to walk into restaurants and people would be like,
The stairs.
like physically, like, go, ugh, like actually physically mouth, ugh, like, I'm disgusting because I take care of my body. And I think the biggest thing here is, like, I came from a background where, like, I was very uncomfortable in my own skin. I was an athlete my whole life. Hated my legs, hated my chest, hated being, like, flat chested. I was very uncomfortable. And then I finally got into the gym and I started, like, making muscles. And it was the first time in my life that I was like, wow, like, I actually, it, like, changed my perception of, like, oh, you don't need to look like this skinny person. Like, I just remember just wanting skinny legs, and now it's like, my legs can't be big enough. I train them 3 times. I got to train with you. My goodness. I was like, why can't they grow anymore?
You go from, like, a place of, like, wanting to, like, make yourself smaller, and then once you see what you could do with your body, then you're like, how can I get more of this?
Well, and I went also from a place of, like, wanting to fit in, and now I'm in a place where, like, I don't want to look like anybody else, like, ever. And so just being different and being myself, I tried to, like, always set myself apart from people because I stood out, and being, like, standing out is how I got, like, you know, eyes on me, because I didn't look like everybody else. So, like, I would come off stage and judges would be like, oh, last place, you need this, go get a boob job, this, grow your hair out, like, all these things, and I just didn't pay attention to it because I actually physically liked the way I looked, and I ignored that, and I just kept going with it until they actually literally made a division for me.
It seems like, honestly, the things that you feared that were going to make people stray away from you were actually the things that brought more people to you.
Well, and the things that I used to be most insecure about, my legs and my chest, those are now the things that I'm most proud of. I'm proud that I, like, stuck to my
to myself. I stuck with like, I never wanted. I'm like, I'm not someone that's like, oh, don't ever get boobs. Like, do what you want to do. You have one life. If you want to get boobs, go get boobs, because you have that ability to do that. But as soon as you make a decision based on someone else's opinion, you've completely lost yourself, you know?
Yes.
So I always, like, if it wasn't something I wanted, not something, and it was coming from somebody else, I wouldn't make the decision.
Wow.
Stuck to it.
Mic drop. Dude, thank you so much. That is incredible. A lot of people are going to need to hear that, especially coming from someone like you. They look up to you, and being humanized is what brings people to you. So thank you for what you do. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate it. I'm Julia. Nice to meet you. Joey? I'm a big fan. I wanted to see if you would answer a question for me for YouTube. Okay, guys. We got the Joey Stacks here. I wanted to know, if you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell him?
Younger self?
Yes.
If I can tell myself, make smarter choices. Make smarter choices.
Make smarter choices.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give a newbie in the gym?
Be consistent. Consistency is key. Even if you don't kill the workout every single day, go there and chip away, chip away, chip away. I've been doing it 20 years, and social media for 9, and everybody would always be like, "You're gonna do what? When people are gonna do what? They're gonna pay you to do what?" And I would just chip away while everybody would say stuff, and I would just, I knew what it was gonna be. I just had to work hard and chip away. So always be consistent and never give up.
What do you have to say to the people that didn't believe in you?
I really don't say anything to them anymore.
I love that.
Because once I found out that they weren't on the same path as me and they didn't believe in me, I cut them off real quick.
I love it. Thank you so much for everything you do. I appreciate it. Very nice to meet you. Okay, guys, we have Aaron here, and I wanted to ask you a real easy question.
All right.
When was the moment that you knew how powerful you truly were?
That's an easy question?
Yeah, ballpark.
Wow, all right. That's a strong question. I think for me, I don't know if it was a single moment, but I think it was over time, like the more I've been able to work with certain individuals that I actually look up to, and then being able to see that I have an influence over that person. Like, even though I look up to this person, they still look up to me for the help that they're wanting to get from me.
Yeah.
And it allows me to really have more confidence in who I am and my ability to influence and lead people that even I look up to.
Yep.
And so it's kind of been a progression over time, because as I grow, the people that I look up to change. So maybe people that I looked up to 5 years ago are not the same people I look up to today.
Yeah. It's cool to see it kind of switch like that, to where you looked up to them for such a long time, and then it's now you actually feel like you're worthy and you can provide them something of value. I've been in that position where someone sees me and they're like, and I'm like, wait, I feel like I'm a speck compared to what you've done in your life, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
So thank you for everything that you do for everybody and for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Okay, guys, I have someone near and dear to my heart, Mr. Zach Blakeney, here at FitCon alone, not with me. What was the moment that you knew how powerful you really were?
The moment that I knew that was actually the most painful moment in my life, when I had lost everything that I thought I wanted. And inside of there, realizing that I was that powerful that I could create suffering in my life, so that means that I could actually create joy and happiness and love in my life. So that was really the moment, now that I have to consciously think about it, that I really stepped into my power and realized how powerful I was.
I love it. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, I'm Julia.
Julia, Chris.
We have Christopher here, and he is a master jumper. And the question that I have for you is, why do you jump?
Long answer, short answer. What do you want?
Whichever one.
All right, why do I jump? I use jumping as a way to kind of get attention for making it to the NFL. And although at my pro day, I had all the best stats, I didn't have the playing time, so I was like, okay, I need to figure out a different way to get attention from football teams. So I broke the Guinness World Record, hoping that just my name would get out there. And although NFL teams didn't respond well to it, everybody else did, and it went hyper viral. 16 million views. Good Morning America, SportsCenter, ESPN, and then ever since then, it was a wrap. lost the Guinness World Record, broke it again at 67, still have it to this day, broke another one, the highest standing backflip. So why do I do it? Some people are just meant to do specific things, and jumping is just something that I do best, and I love it.
That's so incredible. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Okay, guys, I have the man of the hour, Cole, the maker of all of this incredible things that you see. I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why do you do what you do?
Purely to be able to impact and help people. This event is a gathering of people of all kinds of health and fitness that need a community, that need a place to, you can even say, find a home. And our motto here is find your fit. So regardless if that's bodybuilding, if that's CrossFit, if that's yoga, breathwork, we want to provide a place where people can gather and be inspired and build community with all kinds of health and fitness, either professionals or people that are passionate. And so I do it just a way to gather people, build community, and then be able to provide value and create an impact for them.
I love that. Now, what legacy do you want to leave with VidCon?
Yeah, I want to be, first off, we want to be the biggest fitness expo in the world, is one, on a business side. But on a more lasting side is 100% back to that impact of more than just gathering people and giving them a place to be watch entertained, is give them a place to leave inspired, to know that they're not alone in their fitness journey, and that they can have support and a community around them to push them to be their best, not just in their health, but in every area, because their health and fitness is the foundation of that.
I love that. And just so you know, people have been coming up to us and saying that about the event. Like, they didn't even plan to come, but they're so happy that they came, and they got so much more out of it than they were expecting. So thank you for everything you do, and keep going, and we'll be supporting you the whole way.
Thank you for being here.
It's
Such
my
an
pleasure.
honor. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I wanted to see if I can ask you a question for YouTube. Since you've been doing this for so long, you're one of the OGs. There's so many women that look up to you in this industry, and I want to know, how do you stay humble with all of the success that you have?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Well, first and foremost, I haven't always been successful in the fitness space, I used to look up to, and I still do look up to a lot of people now. And I remember, my first times of reaching out to an influencer or someone that I used to look up that were in magazines, and they would comment back to me, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, it made my life. So now I'm I want to give that back to people, And traveling around to different expos, I've been so blessed to be able to visit a lot of different expos all around the country, and it's just so amazing to hear a story like, I follow you, and you've changed my life, and I've lost a lot of weight, or I opened a business, or my kids are now in jiu-jitsu because I changed my life and it trickled down to my kids. So it's just it's so crazy to be able to do what I do, to meet who I've met, and to also give that back, because I know what that feels like.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. It's never lose that, and that's what's gotten you so far is acting in that way. What advice would you give women right now? I know that you've recently had a kid that are struggling to get back into fitness and basically remember that they're important too, because I know when you become a mom, all your focus goes into your children, but you need to take care of yourself. How do you deal with that?
Well, I always heard, when I was pregnant, oh, you're gonna bounce right back. You were fit before, it's gonna be so easy for you to get back into shape. It was not the case for me. I had a lot of hard talks with myself, and at the end of the day, I always had to tell myself, would I say the things I say to myself to my daughter? Good. You look at yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, here, this, that, and whatever. And I'm I would never say it to my daughter. I tell her how beautiful she is, how amazing she is, how incredibly awesome, and how she can conquer all things. I'm I need to have that voice for myself. So it's super important to remember, would you say that to your children? Give yourself grace and allow that kindness to be on yourself.
100%. We're so mean to ourselves, and we're so nice and more accepting of other people, and you're right, we just need to be that way with ourselves.
Give yourself grace. It took me a year. I'm in the fitness space, and it took me a year to start feeling like myself again. So they always say it took you 9 months to grow a human, it takes you 9 months to so give yourself grace.
You're literally growing a human. Women are insane.
It's so cool.
Thank you for everything you do for the industry and for what you do for women. For me, this was never the plan, and this is just what happened, and this is the life that I love, because I get to inspire so many other people through the thing that I love. And you might be in a job or a situation right now where you don't want to do this the rest of your life. You're doing it, and you're just doing it because it's comfortable, because it's safe. Maybe it's because what your parents wanted you to do, what your friends think that you should do, what's gonna make you money, but your passion isn't there. It's all up to you. but I was willing to take that risk. But that doesn't mean it wasn't scary, it wasn't uncomfortable, I didn't question myself, and it wouldn't have happened if I let fear control my life. Hello guys, I am back home in Austin, Texas from this weekend in Miami. Guys, this is the most incredible weekend ever. Getting to meet all of these amazing people that I remember, like I still definitely look up to, but I remember when I first started, like I never thought in a million years that they would ever know who I was or they would ever let alone like talk to me. It's just wild, and it's kind of come full circle getting to stand next to these people and be one of the faces like of the fitness industry. It's just wild, like how if you just work for the things that you want, like, and really believe that it's gonna happen for you, that it does. And we have so many amazing things that are coming up, especially from meeting all those incredible people that had so much advice and so many things to say. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you go follow them everywhere. But what a great weekend. And as always, I love you all so much, and you are more powerful than you think. Bye.